late to the party, late to the party, really, really late. No, not late to the party, just haven't got round to it before. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? So today I'm reviewing, finally, Womanity by Thierry Mugler. I mean, it seems like a very long time ago that this came out, but this one's been quite a big request actually from quite a few people over the years. I've just never owned it, I've never got my hands on a sample, and I have to make a huge apology because somebody sent me this before. Well, obviously before, not after, but somebody sent me this, and the lady that sent me this, she also sent me a vintage version of June. I have searched every single platform that I talk to my subscribers on, and I cannot find our messages anywhere. I have this list of stuff I have to do, and I get sidetracked, there's just stuff happens, and I'm pretty sure it's Maria. If not, I'm really sorry. But the lady that sent me this, well, you're the teacher, right? This is just really embarrassing, like, it's really embarrassing. I've searched YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, emails, everything. I cannot find our conversations. Fragrantica even. Have you taken yourself off of somewhere? I don't know. Anyway, this review is for you more than anybody else because you sent me this and you were one of the 20 people that have requested it before. But you're the only person that said, okay, have it, review it. So, Womanity. Mugler. This came out an incredible 18 years after the original Angel that came out, which was, you know, kind of a groundbreaking fragrance. It was media hyped, it was pushed everywhere, and then Alien came as well. Another one that just flew off the shelves and still does today. Womanity, I think, was a little bit of a dip in the success of Mugler, but still there's something unique about it that's really, really interesting. Whenever Mugler releases a new fragrance, which isn't very often, because you know, Mugler loves a flanker, I'm always thinking, what's going to be the note? What's going to be the thing that's going to be different about it? What's going to be the thing that's unusual? What's the crazy composition that it's going to have? And this one is caviar. That's what's in here. I mean, if you don't know already, then where have you been? Joke. So this only has 4 notes. It's mainly a figgy affair and then some saltiness. You have fig leaf, fig tree, fig fruit, and then caviar. I dread to think, I mean, it gives me horrendous nightmares to think about fragrance companies distilling fresh caviar because, oh. Caviar is obviously not a distilled or distillable note, so it's obviously a fantasy note. And what could it possibly be? I read so many horrendous reviews about this when it first came out. I read people saying that it smelled like old rotten fish and things like that. And let me tell you, it's not the monster that people make it out to be. It really isn't. I think people just got a bit carried away with what it, you know, their mind, and oh, there's caviar in it, so it must smell horrible. But it doesn't really smell horrible. It's just slightly unusual in a Mugler kind of way. So, what does it smell like? I will say first off that, typical to Mugler style, this stuff is powerful. It isn't the heavy, unusual kind of decadent fragrance that Mugler releases when it's a new release. I'm not talking about any of the 1,000 flankers, but it still is very, very strong. It's a lighter fragrance than normal, but it packs enough punch, or as much punch as Mugler fragrances always do. It's really hard to describe salty in a fragrance, the smell of salty in a perfume, because if you held a handful of salt to your nose like that, I mean, it barely has a fragrance at all. But what I put this down to is, if you go by the coast, if you go by the sea at any time, you sometimes get this waft of salty air, and sometimes it's unpleasant to me, but it's not in this. You know, it's usually when you're near a harbour or near a pier or something like that, you get this really strong waft of salty air or salty seawater air that's just breezing in from forever away. And it doesn't have an actual odour, it's more of a feeling, and this is the entire backdrop of this fragrance. It has a salty feeling to it. It's a little bit tickly on the nose, But obviously it's very figgy as well. I smell more of the fig fruit than anything else, because fig leaf to me is very green, as you would imagine. It's very buttery, it's lovely, it smells like nettles to me most of the time. But this has a fruity, salty feel, like a naturalistic, figgy, salty feel. Hard to describe, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's very weird. What's strange about it more is that it smells like there's a whole lot more going on in it than just those things. Those are two really big, powerful things to mention, but there's a lot of prettiness going on as well. It smells like there's a lot of flowers in here, but kind of fruity flowers. It feels very feminine to me, and this is supposed to have a theme of woman, humanity, city. That's what womanity is. I'm not sure where the city part comes from. It smells very modern though, so maybe it's that. I get an almost illusion of something that's like a tinge of coconut, and I don't know why that is as well, but maybe it's the fig, I don't know, maybe it's that kind of almost tropical smell that comes out of this fragrance, but it's really pretty as well. Pretty tropical saltiness. It doesn't smell like caviar or anything fishy or anything like that. It just has an element of something sea-like that is very pleasant and not crazy in any way, but still a Mugler stamp that's unusual enough. I really appreciate it for that. I would say it's semi-sweet, light, but it's strong. Light as in the actual smell of it and the aroma that it gives, but it's a very strong fragrance. I mean, with Mugler, when it's original release, you know you're going to get something very powerful, and this has got it going on, definitely. It's got a very strong core as well. It's got a good backbone to it. Not a fishy backbone though, just a backbone in general. I'd describe it as daytime, but strong daytime. I think if you oversprayed this, it would be so much. Somebody I used to work with used to wear this, which is often the case when I review a fragrance. That's how I find out about a lot of fragrances. And it had a big sillage. I could always smell it trailing behind her. I could always smell it after she left a room. And I would say that although it's going to be kind of a love or hate fragrance, it's definitely interesting enough, and it's definitely not ugly. It's really cool. It's Mugler. It's going to be weird and wonderful in some kind of way, isn't it? You have to kind of take your hat off to them for that. Quite linear, stays quite the same for a very long time. I mean, a really long time. It lasts for a very long time. Long time is the word of the day. Two words of the day. 2 words of the day. It's just kind of very Garden of Eden figgy saltiness. It's like a fig tree grew in an ocean. I don't know how to describe that in any other way but that. But it's definitely got a femininity and a prettiness about it. So that's pretty much all I can say. 8 hours plus wear length. Really hard to describe, but that's pretty much it. If you guys want to get this fragrance, go to beautyspin.co.uk or .com. It's available there. I'll post links below, down here in the comments. I'm Archie Click my logo to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another review. Goodbye!